Afternoon, folks. How's everybody doing in Kentucky, Bluegrass State today? Starting to cloud up a little bit. Looks like it might be a little bit of rain moving here this afternoon. Today's going to be another rant video. You know, I was debating on whether or not to even make this video. I probably shouldn't, but the more I've thought about it, the more, I'm going to make this rant video. And I might lose friends, I might lose followers or whatever over it, but if I do, I do. This is the way I feel. This is my stance on it. This is the way I believe. I got another strike on my account from the TikTok moderators last night. Now, I don't know if it's an automated moderator. I don't know if they got somebody monitoring it, because obviously if they do, they belong to the liberal left wokesters. Somebody had reposted a video to my page. I watched it. It was a gentleman addressing a school board somewhere. I don't remember where, and if I did, I wouldn't mention the name because that's irrelevant. And I don't even know that he was a father of any children in that school district. For all I know, he could have been just a concerned parent voicing his opinion, which he has the right. I guarantee to all of us, all political parties, all religions, is guaranteed under the First Amendment of the Constitution. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression. And TikTok saw fit, because the comment that I made after I watched that video, he put a strike against me. Personally, I think that's infringing on my First Amendment right. And as far as I'm concerned, my First Amendment trumps your policies and guidelines, TikTok, whether you like it or not. Because the First Amendment is a God-given right. You have no control over it. Just like the left doesn't have any control over the Second Amendment. But the premise of the video that I watched, this gentleman was confronting the school board about the school board allowing these trans young men, allowing them to use the women's restroom. The school board was arguing that there has never been an instance in the country of a trans teenager, trans man. I'm not sure how they word that, but regardless, a member of the school board was trying to argue that there has never been an instance of a trans man, basically a man wearing women's clothes, in my opinion, sexually assaulting a woman or a young girl or whatnot in the women's bathroom or the girls' bathroom. And this gentleman proceeded to produce literature, news reports of several different instances of trans youth, trans teenagers, trans whatever, assaulting women and young girls in the bathrooms where trans men have no business being. Me personally, I don't want some big beardy-faced, hairy-chested man wearing makeup and a dress following my wife, my daughter, or my granddaughter into the bathroom. They've got no business there. Like I said, I might lose friends, I might lose followers over this. I don't care. That's my stand on it. That's the way I believe. If you want to be trans, that's fine. Be trans. You want to wear makeup, pretend you're a woman, you do it. But you stay away from our women and our children, and stay out of the women's bathroom, and stay out of women's sports. You've got no business being there either. You're a man. The comment that I made, and I will quote it word for word, after I watched the video, was plainly put. Then they wonder why we don't want any of this transgender bullshit around our women and kids. I got another strike from TikTok for that. And like I said, I don't know if it's an automated moderator. I don't know if it's somebody on the woke left that reads those, but either way, I appealed it. But anybody that knows TikTok's appeal process is you push a button that says appeal and submit. You don't get a chance to voice your opinion. You don't get a chance to voice why you think you were wrongly accused, this, that, or their thing. And I've read their community guidelines. I don't think I violated them at all, because that's my First Amendment right to state my opinion, just like it's the left's First Amendment state their opinion. And I got news for you. TikTok, you're biased. Straight up biased against conservatives, right-leaning patriots, and people like me. If that had been a transgender person that said that about a straight heterosexual white male, nothing would have ever been said about it. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only conservative that has noticed this about TikTok. You cater to the liberal left woke. Plain and simple. It's just the way it is. I don't agree with it. Nothing I can do about it. But I guarantee you this, because of my First Amendment and the fact that my First Amendment right trumps your guidelines and policies, TikTok, I will continue to post what I want to post. I will continue to talk what I want to talk about. I don't care. Like I said, it's my First Amendment right. Now I know, First Amendment right, there's certain limitations to that. I know I can't run into a crowded theater and yell fire. That's just stupid. But when it comes to voicing my opinion and how I feel about something, I've got every right to do that. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. If I report it. I have people disagree with my opinions and my comments constantly, and that it's the left trying to trigger me. I'm not triggered. I don't care. They can say what they want to say. I don't care. That's their opinion. They're entitled to it, just like I'm entitled to mine. But why is it that TikTok censors right-wing conservative patriots when we voice our opinion, but when a liberal left wokester voices their opinion, they get praised for it? It's bias, straight up bias. And I said from the get-go when I started doing these videos, I wasn't going to bring politics and religion and all this stuff into these videos, but I've kept my mouth shut for long enough. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of being censored by the left. I'm sick and tired of the left trying to control the narrative on everything coming and going. Yelling, screaming, and crying about gun control. Yeah, it's a tragedy every time we have a school shooting. And gun control is not the answer. And I'll tell you why it's not the answer. Gun control works for one group of people. The criminal. Because the criminals don't follow laws anyway. And the last school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, that was ridiculous. That was a dude pretending to be a chick once again. For whatever reason. Still don't really understand why he went there and shot that school up. But anyway, he didn't even use an AR-15, people. He might have or he might not have had one in his possession. But regardless, he did not use an AR-15. The pictures they were showed of the weapons that man had on him was a Kel-Tec Sub 2000. It's a pistol caliber carbine. Comes in there 9mm or 40 caliber. He probably had maybe a 16-round clip, and he was also had in his possession a Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm. It was in the photograph. Neither one of those are an assault rifle. There is no such thing as an assault rifle. An AR-15 stands for Armor Light Model 15. Assault rifle is a made-up term used by, once again, the liberal left to try to scare people. Anything can be used as an assault weapon. A hammer, a rock, a knife. It wasn't that long ago, there was like 12 people stabbed on a train in Japan. Japan's got very strict gun laws, so they used a knife. A couple years back, archer, bow and arrow, archer in Sweden, fatally wounded, maybe even murdered, I think like a dozen people with a bow and arrow before he was stopped. So you can talk gun control all you want, and what that boils down to is people that know absolutely nothing about firearms and guns are the ones crying about gun control. You can't put somebody in charge of something that doesn't know anything about it and expect a good outcome. Look back in history at every government that has given up their guns, and only the government military had guns. Look what has happened to them. And it's basically any communist country, with the exception of Japan. Communist China, North Korea, Vietnam. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And as far as politics go, they're indicting Donald Trump. And I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't care if he gets reelected president or not. If he does, great. I'll probably be voting not voting for him. He's a little bit too arrogant for my taste, but I tell you what, he's better than what we got in office right now. We've got a dementia-ridden, senile Fitz post in office. The man doesn't know where he's at 99% of the time. And they're indicting former President Trump for being in possession of classified documents. They're saying that he didn't answer the subpoena. So, hardly anybody answers a subpoena from Congress. Joe Biden had probably the exact same classified documents in his possession that Trump had. They were found in his garage, which is a whole lot easier accessible than Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. We're hearing crickets about Biden's classified document possession. Why? Once again, bias. Political bias. It's a political witch hunt, plain and simple. But I digress. I made my point about TikTok dinging me, get another strike, whatever. It's ridiculous. And like I said, I might lose friends, I might lose followers over this rant, but if anybody knows me, they know this is where I stand, and if you don't agree with it, you probably don't need to be following me anyway. Simple as that. Sorry you feel that way, but this is the way I feel. But as always, stay safe, God bless, and I'll be talking to you.